This week on the news, activists sue Harvard over legacy admissions after the Supreme Court overturning affirmative action, citing that it favors white children over students of color. The Supreme Court ruled over student loan relief, even though the justices themselves paid a fraction of today's cost for their degrees. And France blows up in riots after a 17-year-old boy was executed by police at a stoplight. My name is Ariana Jasmine, and this is your Progressive News Update. A civil rights group is now challenging legacy admissions at Harvard University, citing that the practice unjustifiably boosts mostly white children of alumni while discriminating against students of color. Last week, the Supreme Court ruled to end affirmative action in college admissions, which has now raised a national conversation around the illegitimacy of legacy admissions. The executive director at the nonprofit Lawyers for Civil Rights, which filed the suit on Monday, said, quote, "Why are we rewarding children for privileges and advantages accrued by prior generations?" The lawsuit alleges that Harvard's legacy preference has nothing to do with the merit and takes slots away from qualified students of color. It asks the U.S. Education Department to declare legacy admissions illegal. The Supreme Court struck down Joe Biden's attempt at canceling student loan debt. In the 6-3 decision, an estimated 40 million borrowers hoped the plan would curb the cost of their education. Although this was very disappointing for millions of Americans in debt, President Biden promised to use the Higher Education Act of 1965 to restore student debt relief. The interesting fact about this situation, though, is that the 6 justices who voted against student debt relief all paid a fraction of today's cost for their degrees. According to Perfect Union, John Roberts paid an estimated $21,000 at Harvard when the current cost is around $330,000. Clarence Thomas paid an estimated $14,000 for his degree at Holy Cross when the same degree is currently about $300,000. Brett Kavanaugh paid an estimated $57,000 when his current Yale degree is estimated to cost around $330,000. Amy Coney Barrett paid about $70,000 for her degree when the current cost for her degree at Rhodes College costs about $273,000. Samuel Alito paid about $15,000 for his degree at Princeton, now worth about $320,000. And Neil Gorsuch paid about $65,000 for his degree at Columbia, now valued at about $340,000. It is extremely hypocritical for people who were able to receive affordable education to rule so unfairly on the behalf of millions of Americans, but that is where we are at now as a nation. France is currently blowing up in riots over the unjustifiable execution of a 17-year-old North African boy named Nail last Tuesday. More than 1,300 arrests have been made, with 45,000 police officers deploying across the country in an unsuccessful attempt to curb the riots. Despite original police claims that they felt that they were in grave danger at the spotlight, a pedestrian who filmed the shooting documented the unjustifiable close-range shot that ended Nail's life. The almost apocalyptic shots coming out of France show the people's anger with current Governor Emmanuel Macron's governing, from ships being set on fire to cities becoming looted. Various studies from 2017 to 2020 find that young men who appear Arab or Black are 20 times more likely to be profiled and stopped by French police. My name is Ariana Jasmine, and that is your Progressive News Update for the day. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.